With the Dragon Ball fan manga community continuing to expand its stories into new territories and settings, here today we find ourselves with 3 brand new uniquely created and fresh stories by the Dragon Ball community that focuses primarily on a different perspective of the Dragon Ball universe in giving us 3 very fun and amazing fan mangas to check out as they focus on extending into the unknown with brand new ideas that we've never seen before be done in Dragon Ball fan manga. As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Alternative Tournament of Power Manga Chapter Number 1 special, with the narration having to open up by reminding us that this takes place moments after Goku vs. Jiren, and with Frieza standing over a battle-damaged Goku, he went along to tell him, and so it is. I've waited so long to see this moment, monkey. Do you have what it takes to defend yourself after this? It doesn't look like you do. Does this look familiar to you? It does to me, and now it's my turn. Ho ho ho! With Goku having to look on not only hurt, but confused as to what Frieza's about to do, he went along to comment, "No, Frieza, not like this, not now. We still have to win this thing. What are you doing?" As Frieza wastes little time, he goes on to shout at Goku by telling him, "I don't need any of you to defeat Jiren and win this stupid tournament. I can win this all by myself. But in case you were wondering, allow me to repay you for the acts on planet Namek. I will not allow anyone else to have your blood on their hands. That fate is reserved for me and for me alone. You will get what's coming to you, monkey." As Frieza then fires what seemingly looks like a blast to Goku, Goku is then engulfed by a massive aura. As Goku stands there, he's trying to figure out as to what had just happened. Until then, he notices that he can finally move his body. And with Goku sitting back up, he went along to comment, "Whoa, wait a second, my powers are back. I can move my body. Did you just give me some of your own energy? I really don't understand. Don't you want me dead? You just said you wanted my blood on your hands, but yet you didn't kill me. Why?" As Frieza then goes on to tell Goku, "'Cause I want to kill you at your very best, and not when you're down begging for your life, monkey. Consider this a favor until we win. Then I will kill you when we're alone." As Goku smirks, he went along to then comment, "Oh, I see. You want a rematch against me, huh? Fine. When we win, I'll do you that favor." As Frieza then comments, "I hope you know that I've also grown stronger too. In fact, I may have learned something just now to help me. As a result of your fight with Universe 11's Jiren, I was watching you closely to see your power, and now I figured out a way to tap into that Ultra Instinct power you just showed off. Surprised? You shouldn't be. I can learn things very easily, which is why I don't ever need to train myself as you and Vegeta do. I have a special gift, and this gift comes perfect at times such as these." And with Goku kinda startled, he kinda seems like he's not really trusting Frieza's word in believing him in the fact that somehow he had managed to unlock Ultra Instinct, as Goku so confusingly goes on to tell him, "Wait, you're kidding. You figured out Ultra Instinct? If you really figured it out, then why aren't you using it?" As moments later, Frieza then, to the surprise of Goku and everyone else at the Tournament of Power, finally is able to do exactly what he had just said and taps into the powers of Ultra Instinct Omen. As Frieza then goes on to tell Goku, "Because I was saving it." And Goku is floored because he can't believe what he's looking at right now, as he goes on to comment, "Whoa! He really has it! As officially now in the Tournament of Power, Frieza counts as the second person to fully be able to tap into the Ultra Instinct ability. And with Goku absolutely shocked out of his mind, he went along to comment, "I really can't believe what I'm seeing. Frieza has Ultra Instinct now? This isn't good." And with Frieza standing there menacingly out of nowhere, a voice then, who happens to be Vegeta, goes on to tell Goku, "Frieza having Ultra Instinct should be the last of your worries, clown." As Vegeta then steps forward, he then goes on to tell Goku, "He wasn't the only one who was able to see what you did out there. I am also able to tap into Ultra Instinct as well. And for the record, I'm a lot stronger than any of you with or without it. So just know, this battle is already over now that I am able to reach a power that not even the gods can achieve. There's no need to fight. I'll win this." And with Goku really trying to downplay Vegeta, he went along to then tell him, "Okay, now I know you've got to be kidding me. I really doubt you have it now too." And with Vegeta incredibly pissed off, he goes on to scream at Goku by telling him, "You're seriously doubting me, Kakarot? You idiot! It just so happens that I do have it. And to further shut you up for good, I'll show you." And that's exactly what Vegeta ends up doing, because then, just like Frieza, Vegeta ends up tapping into Ultra Instinct Omen. And with Goku again floored out of his mind, he went along to cry out, "What in the world? You do have it, Vegeta!" And with Vegeta and Frieza standing side by side while using the powers of Ultra Instinct Omen, Goku then also went along to comment, "What in the world just happened to these guys? How were they able to achieve something so easily while I was almost killed by my own Spirit Bomb? Just how?" As Goku then makes a very snarky face, he then comments, "Of course, now they're trying to upstage me since they have it. Guess now I'll just have to figure out how to tap into it myself so I can get my rematch against Jiren before they hog all the fun." So Goku is kind of surprised, but at the same time, he seems to be incredibly irritated at the fact that now he can't seem to have his rematch because Vegeta has Ultra Instinct, Frieza has Ultra Instinct, and Goku's kind of worried that he's about to be upstaged by both of them. So what Goku ends up doing is also tapping into Ultra Instinct. As we get to see Jiren meditating out of nowhere, Goku goes on to cry out, "Let's go, guys! Now's our chance!" As all three of them, Frieza, Vegeta, and Goku, while retaining Ultra Instinct Omen, charge right in. Goku then went along to ask Jiren, "Still think you can win this tournament so easily, Jiren?" With all three of them having to charge right in and catching Jiren by surprise, the manga chapter special for story number 1 then comes to a close. With the second story of the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Alternative Tournament of Power manga chapter special, we now find ourselves within the climax of the Tournament of Power, as the narration goes on to state, "The Tournament of Power climax. Universe 4 had lost its final warrior." As the Grand Priest went along to then declare, it would appear that Universe 4 had lost every single one of their fighters, which means Universe 4 and Quitela will now be erased. And with the God of Destruction of the 4th universe having to overhear this by the Grand Priest, he not only goes into full-blown panic mode, but is absolutely scared of losing his position of being a destroyer, as Quitela then goes on to cry out, "This is crazy! How could I have recruited such pathetic creatures to ensure my survival in this event? This can't be the end! I refuse to accept it! I can't!" Until out of nowhere, a voice then cries out to Quitela, "You get what's ultimately coming your way, Quitela. You had this coming." And with Quitela having to then slowly turn around, he went along to comment, "Beerus, you coward." As Beerus looks on from the corner of his eye, he then went along to tell him, "You're finished, Quitela." With Quitela shook, he then responds, "I'm finished? You disgrace of a god, I'm finished? How dare you talk to me with such disrespect? I've had enough of your mouth. We all have. It's time that you get what's been coming to you for millions of years. I'm not going to be erased like everyone else. You'll see. And with Whis having to look on at Beerus, Beerus then goes on to comment, the rules don't say anything about destroyers engaging in combat, does it now, Whis? He's already finished anyway. He's desperate and hopeless. Don't try, Quitela, because Quitela is trying to insert himself in this situation, knowing the fact that he's about to get erased, and picking a fight with Beerus after Beerus had basically told him, you get what's basically coming to you, just like everyone else, and Quitela is infuriated. And with Beerus getting into fighting position, he then went along to tell Quitela, come as you like. As he sticks his hand out, the first thing that Quitela ends up doing is attempting to strike Beerus. As Beerus catches on, he then went along to tell the god, you and I both know what will happen if we fight. I'd erase you before the Omni Kings have the pleasure of doing it. You lost. Accept your fate. We all did. And I love this overall dynamic between both of these destroyers because in the actual Dragon Ball Super manga and anime, Beerus and Quitela really don't get along. They really don't like each other, and it's kind of like a Tom and Jerry kind of relationship to where it's cat and mouse. And with Beerus telling Quitela straight up, you lost, you're a coward, you're about to die, just accept your fate, Quitela refuses to do that as he quickly leaps back. He then went along to ask Beerus, you think this is over? I'm still here. I won't. To where over in the background we get to see how the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe is visibly shaken, because this is a bad situation in having two destroyers literally fight on the bleachers, as Beerus then went along to tell Quitela, you know you can't stop what's about to happen. It's over. A fitting end for a rat. And this really pisses off Quitela because he knows he's finished. All of his fighters were wrung out, and with Quitela beefing with Beerus so much, he then closes his eyes and tells Beerus, it's funny that you say that, and then proceeds to stick his hand out towards the bleachers as he then goes on to tell Beerus, because what a fitting end it is for you, Beerus. If I can't erase you by my own hands, then maybe I'll erase you the only way I know how to. As Quitela points directly at the Supreme Kai, Quitela then further elaborates to Beerus by telling him, it's like you said, you've had this coming, and wastes no time in directly firing a massive energy blast towards the Kai. In knowing the relationship between a destroyer and its Supreme Kai, of course, if the Supreme Kai dies, so does the God of Destruction, and with Beerus getting in the way and deflecting this blast, he went along to then successfully do so in telling Quitela, and you call yourself a destroyer? As Beerus leaps on in, he grabs Quitela by the throat as he then continues, then far be it from me to show you what a god can truly do. But with Quitela breaking free and leaping backwards and firing multiple energy blasts at Beerus, Beerus quickly teleports behind Quitela and knocks him back down onto the ground and telling him it's over. As he then stands over the 4th God of Destruction with his hand out, he then went along to tell Quitela, it's as I said, you had this coming. Hakai, as the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, our third and final story of the Beyond Dragon Ball special takes us back during the times of the Cell games, with Perfect Cell having to come back to Earth following his massive explosion that took place on King Kai's planet, with the characters of Vegeta and Trunks having to be replaced in this story by Cooler and Frieza. The first thing Cell ends up doing after coming back from his initial explosion is fire a massive blast, very similar to how he did against Trunks, directly at Frieza, as Perfect Cell then went along to comment after firing a beam directly at Frieza, let's take out the trash now, shall we? And with this blast having to hit Frieza directly, we then get to see how Frieza flies backwards as he goes on to cry out, Cooler, help me, my brother. And with Cooler looking on in absolute disbelief, he went along to state, no, not like this. And with Frieza hitting the ground behind Yamcha and Tien, all we get to see from the smoke cloud is Perfect Cell's hand having to come through, as Perfect Cell went along to comment, what a waste of time. He would have died sooner or later anyway, and now thanks to you, I'm much stronger than how I was before. So who's next? And as wacky as of a concept this is, we get to see how Perfect Cell stands there in all his glory, as he then went along to ask, why keep Frieza around when you have me? Basically mocking Frieza, knowing the fact that he has Frieza's cells within him, and with Cooler now having to be shown staring out at his dead brother, the Z Warriors go on to comment, guys, he stopped breathing. I can't feel his energy. As Cooler then says to himself, my brother is dead. No, Frieza, this can't be real. And with Yamcha checking in to see if Frieza's alive, he then went along to tell everyone he's gone. There is no sign of a heartbeat. And with Cooler overhearing this, he goes on to say to himself, how could I have let this happen? I wasn't paying attention. My brother is dead, and it's all my fault. This can't be the end. It cannot be the end. I will make you pay with your life, Cell. I swear on my honor and on my family, I will rip you to pieces for taking my little brother away from me. You think you've seen it all? Well, now I will show you a power that will end your life, you bastard. As Cooler then, just like Frieza did towards the end of the Cell games, cries out for Frieza, Cell, Gohan, everyone is then taken back by Cooler's scream, as Cooler wastes little time in jumping right into the fight with Cell, as Cooler then goes on to tell Cell, now you die! And as Cooler jumps into the fight with Cell, I absolutely love how Cooler transforms into his final form as he's doing so, as he then went along to tell Cell, I will rip your body to pieces and erase your soul from this realm for taking the life of my brother, you worm. I am Lord Cooler, the mightiest being in the entire universe, the ruler of all, even you, Cell. Let's just see how your body can hold up when I use a power you've never prepared for. This is for Frieza. This is for my father. This is for our honor. Now disappear forever, as Cooler unleashes a massive blast directly at Cell, with Cell standing there in a defensive position ready to take this on. The manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, I absolutely love all three of these stories, and the fact that the first story introduces an idea of everybody having Ultra Instinct, I would have to say as a gag, in seeing what it would be like for Jiren not only to fight Ultra Instinct Goku, but also Ultra Instinct Vegeta and Ultra Instinct Frieza, and I love the overall reaction that Goku gives off in seeing all of them actually achieve this just minutes after Goku nearly just got blown into an oblivion. And then the second story that follows, the relationship between Quitela and Beerus, it's something that a lot of us do want to see be more explored in the manga and in the anime, in the fact that a lot of these gods of destruction really don't like each other, and that was originally presented in the official Dragon Ball Super manga, but to see Beerus actually be the one to Hakai Quitela, I think is more of a fitting story than seeing the Omni Kings do it, being the fact that Beerus actually has history with this god, and they've had this history go on now for millions of years, and then finally seeing the wacky narrative play off with Perfect Cell having to kill off Frieza, while of course replacing Trunks and Vegeta with Cooler and Frieza. I love the overall presentation of Cooler actually caring for his brother, even though I really don't think that Cooler would ever care about Frieza to begin with, especially as we've seen happen in Cooler's Revenge, the original movie. But in the end, out of these three stories, which ones would you guys rank from first, second, and third? I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below, and all of these fan mangas are as a result of all of you guys wanting some cool stories. So thank you all so much for your support, thank you all so much for your time. If of course you guys are new to this channel, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload on this channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are just stoked, ready, and excited to see more awesome Dragon Ball fan mangas on the channel. Be sure to spread the channel on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all other social media platforms, guys. The journey continues. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for your time. Tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys, and have a great day. Peace.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead. Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza,
Uh-oh.
prepare to die!
UnrealEntGaming, but once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here. Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!